Hello, my name is Jasmine Boone, and today my topic is vegetarianism. I'm going to be discussing vegetarianism and possibly informing you guys and maybe persuading you guys to become a vegetarian or to consider your choices when selecting meat. This is actually for my Speech 250 class, so here we go. Vegetarianism is the practice of abstaining from the consumption of meat, which includes red meat, poultry, seafood, or any type of flesh that is on an animal, and it also includes the abstinence of animal slaughter. 10 billion animals are slaughtered for human consumption a year, and I'm not sure if any of you have ever seen the documentary Food Incorporated or Forks Over Knives, but they talk about the importance of whole food, and they go inside the slaughterhouses, and especially in Food Incorporated, you can see how many animals that are treated in slaughterhouses are treated very, very poorly. The animals are usually pumped with steroids. They're usually sitting in their own feces, and they have no energy because their hearts are not as big as their bodies, and they cannot carry themselves. They can't walk. They can't, move around like a normal animal should. Let's say, for instance, a chicken wouldn't be able to walk, and therefore its body would sit in its own feces because it's been sitting there and it can't move because of the amount of steroids that have been pumped into its body. And I find that very unhealthy. And if you do like meat, maybe you should try to consider something such as a free-range chicken or a free-range animal type, which is an animal that does not have any steroids or any chemicals pumped into its body. It's just farm-raised and completely natural for the most part, and therefore their slaughterhouses are completely different than a factory slaughterhouse. Um, Going back to vegetarianism, a vegetarian diet consists mainly of fruits, vegetables, grains, and nuts. And foods are a major source of nutrition for most people throughout the world. And these foods that vegetarians eat are the things that make us healthy, and they make us have more energy. Therefore, you're able to function throughout the day. You're not feeling so groggy. A lot of times you hear people say, I have the itis because they have just eaten. Food is supposed to give you energy. It is not supposed to make you tired. Another perk of being a vegetarian would be the lower rates of heart disease and other forms of cancer. And also, you have a lower risk of diabetes and hypertension. Hypertension is high blood pressure, and from someone who suffered from that prior to becoming a vegetarian, and now I do not suffer from that because I am a vegetarian, it definitely helps, and it makes you feel a lot better. Also, there are many healthy ways to convert to being a vegetarian. You don't just have to quit cold turkey. For instance, I had consumed meat and I cut off beef, and then I cut off pork, and then about a couple of years ago I cut off chicken. I did it step at a time instead of just trying to go cold turkey. And ways that you can do that is to eat a lot of whole grains and to eat a variety of foods. There's things like spinach and, like I mentioned, fruits, nuts, and grains that will help you to feel completely full without meat. And if you choose to eat dairy products, like vegans don't eat dairy products, vegetarians sometimes do, make sure they're non-fat or low-fat. Dairy products are things such as cheese or milk, eggs, those type of things, animal byproducts, somewhat. And if you do decide to eat eggs, make sure that they're in moderation. Don't eat too many eggs a day because those are little chickens, sadly. Also, you should limit the intake of sweets and high-fat foods so that you can continue on your healthy diet and continue to be healthy instead of eating these animal products that are pumped with these nasty, nasty chemicals, and you'll feel much better about your life. To learn more about the food industry and to get like a better insight about what I'm talking about right now, there are documentaries such as Food Incorporated, which I mentioned earlier, and Forks Over Knives. Food Incorporated is a documentary that goes inside the factories of many, many, many like large companies that produce things such as like Purdue or beef or other kinds of things. They basically take you inside the slaughterhouses and show you exactly how those animals are treated, which is very poorly. Forks Over Knives is a documentary that talks about the importance of whole foods, which if you saw me mention earlier, I did say free-range chicken. Free-range chicken is a type of whole food, and it's better for you because, like I mentioned earlier, those chickens are farm-raised on a fresh diet. They're not eating things like corn, which most humans and animals cannot digest, and it's much healthier. Also, you can go to your local Whole Foods or Earth Fare. Those stores are grocery stores. They might be a little higher, but in the end, you're healthier and your life is much longer, which leads me to my next kind of topic. Vegetarians usually live longer. It's been proven, and they have lower weight, so there's less risk of obesity. Also, they have stronger bones, and they have a lower risk of foodborne illnesses, and they help spare animals. They're not killing animals. We're helping animals stay alive, and I understand a lot of people feel that animals are put on the earth to feed us, and that's fine. But the more we can have, the better, because I believe in animals and helping them. There we go. I hope you all enjoyed the video and have been informed and possibly consider to try vegetarianism, maybe for 2 weeks, see how it goes, and if you like it, then continue the good work, and if not, then just try to eat healthier and eat better. Thank you.